I think this was one of Marvel's best animated projects to come out ever. Like this was such a good step forward for Marvel. Unfortunately, in the movie side of things, they're doing really bad, and I hope they regain the aura, because right now Marvel is looking very weak and they're doing very weak tactics. It's not good at all. So hopefully they can pull through. Like I don't think it's going to die. I don't think people are going to stop watching Marvel just because they have a few flops and stuff. It's Marvel, man. We are all going to watch the movies, even like maybe not in the theaters, but like when they come out on digital, we are going to watch them. That's how I've been doing it for like the past 2 years now, and it has worked. But that aside, some other Marvel projects are good, and those projects mostly are the ones that don't look much like a Marvel project. The ones that take the risk, the ones that explore, these different styles and different ways of telling stories and blah blah blah, and they actually work. So I don't know if the problem is the formula or what that Marvel is using. I don't know, but it seems to be working with these new shows and new movies to like switch it up. Because Marvel's best projects right now are like completely different from like what we are so used to from the past. And this animated series was actually one of them. Because this looked, at first, like I was like, this is like one of the worst things I've seen, right? But I grew to kind of like the animation. It wasn't a big deal, like around episode 3 or something, because the story was so good. I was so, like, I was sucked in, and they just took me on a ride, and I just rode that wave until the end. And they delivered. I don't want to lie to you. There was no bad episode. There was no filler episode, unless if I missed some of the episodes. But I'm sure I watched all of it. It was really good. I enjoyed every moment, and I hope this is what the future looks like. But I don't think it is because Marvel now has different sections and stuff. So you're going to see a bunch of misses and hits from different sections and stuff. So this was the Marvel animation part of it. So the Marvel Studios part of it is still trying to figure it out. And the Marvel's television part of it has a chance to redeem itself with Daredevil Born Again, which is one of my most anticipated projects of 2025. So a quick brief on things that I actually liked from the show. I liked the story. Like I thought they were going to copy a lot of things from past projects and stuff, but now they just referenced them. This project originally, if I'm not wrong, was supposed to be an origin story of Tom Holland's Spider-Man or something like that, but animated. I'm not sure like the details, whatever, but I think that was the concept. And then it changed, and I think changing it was the best decision because now they can go anywhere with this. And they introduced a lot of characters here, maybe new to me, but not new to comic book readers whatsoever. I don't read comics. I just watch the stuff on TV. So a lot of new characters to me. And it wasn't that much of a big deal. Like, everyone was showcased at a purpose. We got to connect with each of them if it was necessary. You gotta have your few main characters kind of that people can actually connect with and stuff. And I think we're going to connect with more as the show goes on since it was greenlit for like 2 more seasons or something like that. And that's good because the show actually did well. Like to me, I haven't read any reviews or critics or whatever. So this is my purest reaction to this. And this video was supposed to come out when the show ended, but I felt ill and you can still hear it in my voice. But my feelings still stand right now. I like the show. I hope they do more like this. And I thought the level of diversity that is in this show, I thought it was going to ruin the show, as most projects like that do. But no, here they handled everything very well. Like they did touch on some few issues and stuff, but they didn't dig deep into that enough for people to go, like, please stop. So I appreciated how like, they didn't go as woke as I thought they were going to go. Because that first episode had me scared. Because there were a lot of characters that looked diverse. That's all I'm going to say. But nah, they didn't do much about that. I feel like in the coming seasons they are going to. Hopefully it does make sense because if they do dive into that type of stuff and it doesn't make sense, they're going to lose viewers. It's proven. Like you can check any show or movie or whatsoever that had some diverse stuff, and you can see that people didn't like it. So hopefully they are smart enough to see that the audience isn't feeling this type of stuff and give us good content instead of this propaganda and stuff. I think I spoke more about this show when I reviewed the first 2 episodes. And if you'd like to hear more about that, you can check out the videos and stuff. I kind of have nothing else to say. Like, I genuinely like the show. It's just that like I'm making this video a bit late. You don't get like my immediate reaction. You're just getting my reaction. If I had made this video back then, I would have had like a better way to phrase what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I would give it a chance. If you haven't watched it, please do. It's really good. Like, you won't regret it. And yeah, I've been your boy Teo. These were my opinions. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments. Like the video and subscribe for more content. See you next time. Alright.